Alright, take two. Let's try this again. Welcome back to the MG Cup Series. We are at Rockingham this week. Yeah, that's all I can really say. This is going to be interesting. Especially on these starts and restarts. But, yeah, multiple grooves are going to be used here. And your finishing order from last week is your starting lineup, or at least front row for this week. But the green flag is out. We're racing from Rockingham and heading through 1 and 2. Look at this. Chaos back here. Cars everywhere. Look at the 86. Being driven by Val Wolf this week, trying to get underneath Greg Biffle here. Val making another start here in the MG Cup Series. Now that Chris Mack, missing more races this season, is out once again due to injury, a minor injury that'll be taking him out for the last couple races of this season. Look at this, stacking him up big time further back. And oh, Jeff Fuller down on the apron, and caution. Multiple cars, and there goes the 21 and Ricky Rudd around on the front straightaway. On front straightaway as well. Caution is out. Saw it all right there. No need to look at that replay. Let's just go ahead and get things back underway. Green flag back in the air. Where is the pace car going? Ryan Newman up into the outside wall. Carl Edwards moves up into 4th. And Rusty Wallace way back there up into the outside wall as well. Rusty can't afford too much of that. His championship rival inside the top 5 right now, trying to gain as many points on him as he can. That won't be good for him to get up there into that wall with a track position like that. But how about Val? Back down under the bottom now. She showed out here at this track a couple seasons ago, so we know she's got some talent. Driving that 86 car, just needs a little bit more experience. Makes a lot of rookie mistake. Oh, pulls it in the pit road. Looks like she's got an issue with that 86 car that's gonna bring her down pit road for an unscheduled pit stop. And how about this? 3 wide, 4 wide. Car in the wall. Bobby Hamilton Jr. got upside down last week at Phoenix. Now gets up into the wall there. Keeps it straight this time by. But Val on pit road looking to fix whatever was wrong with that car. Tough break for her. Only got 3 starts to really do something here, and doesn't look like she'll be doing something this time. She loses a lap on pit road. Looks like she had a tire going down. Had to pull into the pits as soon as she possibly could. Exiting pit road now. It's that 86, and now here comes Tony Stewart through 1 and 2 as well. Down the front stretch now. Here they come. Tony Stewart gets to the back bumper of Val, sends her up the racetrack, and gonna put her a 2nd lap down here. Really unfortunate for that 86 team. They've been plagued with bad luck. Just right from the get-go. No matter what driver they have in the car, it's just terrible luck for them all around. And they can't seem to... They have a few good runs here and there, but they can't seem to keep that going for more than a couple of weeks before they're right back down the drain. So, man, they're just going to need to find something here. Meanwhile, we got a battle for the lead brewing as Carl Edwards gets up to the back bumper of Tony Stewart. How would that be if Carl were to lead this thing while Rusty was stuck outside the top 10. He's way further back, trying to work his way into the top 10 now, but a lot of right side damage to that car, and it's going to need to be repaired after he got up into the outside wall. Trying to get underneath Casey Kane, couldn't quite do it there. Car's up into the outside wall further back. Kane trying to defend the position on Rusty Wallace. Wallace gets underneath. Side by side now. But new leader, Carl Edwards. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the MG Cup Series. We're about to go green once again after we had a quick caution for debris on the racetrack. There we go, getting things rolling once again. Green flag back in the air. Val Wolf trying to get underneath Carl Edwards to possibly get one of her laps back. And she does. Now hoping for a quick caution so she can keep that lap. They're squeezing together behind. Tony Stewart gets sent way up the track because of it, and he's going to lose a lot of track position. So Carl Edwards in the lead. Look at that, 4 wide down the front straightaway. Car in the wall, Casey King. Michael Waltrip checked up big time there as well. Heading down into the corner. Cars are everywhere. Rusty Wallace fell way back once again. But Carl Edwards out in front. Hoping Rusty stays where he is and hoping he can stay where he is for his final 90 or so laps. As they get to the end. That'll be a great point stay for Carl Edwards and get him right back into the championship hunt. Val Wolf on the high side. Gonna lose her lap once again. She'll be back to being 2 down here. Jimmy Johnson bounced off the outside wall. Heading into turn 3. Stewart gets shuffled out of the groove once again. Right up next to the outside wall here. A little bit too high up on the racetrack. Now here comes Jimmy Johnson looking underneath. 3 wide once again. Being left with no space out on the track. Stewart being shuffled back big time. Oh, Blaney pops the wall right in front of that 20 car. Stewart gets into the wall, reacting to it, and now underneath the 07, here they come. Stewart trying to work his way back up now. 3 wide down the front straightaway. Lots of position changes happening here. As Jeremy Mayfield works his way up into second. Carl Edwards in the 99 leads. Looking for his first championship here in the MG Cup Series in his first season. They head down the front stretch. Look at that. Out of turn 4, Carl Edwards still leads. Jeremy Mayfield trying to hang on to second, but look at Matt Kenseth in the 17. Closing in on that 19 car. The 01 of Joe Nemechek sitting there in 4th place. And how about Mark Martin returning from injury, running 5th. Led a lot of laps last week in his first race back at Phoenix, and now running in the top 5 here from Rockingham. Looks like a good comeback for that 6th driver. Missed about more than half the season due to that injury, after that serious crash at Indianapolis. It's a miracle that he's even back in the same season after that, let alone doing as well as he was. Looks like no shaking off the cobwebs being done here. He's already looking to contend for wins once again in that Viagra number 6 machine. So, oh, look at Kurt Busch, the only Roush Racing driver that hasn't won yet this season. Out of the 5 full-time cars in that stable, Roush Racing looking to get all 5 of their cars in victory lane this season, but Kurt Busch, he's been there, just hasn't had luck on his side. He's showed some speed a few times this season, but hasn't been able to just bring it to victory lane. How about Val Wolf in the 86? Still a couple of laps down, but running pretty well out on the racetrack. It's a shame that she had to make that unscheduled pit stop there, as she lost a lot of time there. Lost 2 laps. And we've got a couple damaged cars further back. Doesn't look like they'll be a factor anytime soon, but how about Matt Kenseth leading the race? Carl Edwards running second. 4 Roush cars inside the top 10 right now. And Greg Biffle way further back. Just trying to get inside the top 15. Gets underneath the 29 of Kevin Harvick. How about the 20 of Tony Stewart, trying to work his way back up through the field after having a horrible restart. (17) of Kenseth has a dominant lead. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the MG Cup Series here on NBCSN. Matt Kenseth, still your leader. We've got a little bit of lap traffic here as well. How about Jeff Burton in the 31? New team for Burton this season. Hasn't found victory lane yet in that new RCR 31 car, but still looking to have a few strong runs before the season ends. Running P3 right now. Got by the 01 of Joe Nemechek. Now that GoArmy.com car of Nemechek having a great run up in the 4th place. Still yet to win here in the MG Cup Series, but certainly having a good run. He's had a few good runs. He had a 2nd place finish behind Ryan Newman at New Hampshire last season. That was his career best finish. So just looking to find his way into victory lane. Jeremy Mayfield has fallen back, but he's still inside the top 10. He's in 7th place right now. Jimmy Johnson, look at the right side damage on his car after he got up into the wall a couple times earlier in the race. He's still running 8th. Ryan Newman running 9th, and Tony Stewart running 10th. These two were battling for the win last week at Phoenix, now battling for a 9th place spot. Newman goes way high, almost gets up into the outside wall. Had to check up big time to avoid the 89 there. That's Jason Jarrett once again this week in that 89, running from Morgan Shepherd. That's Dale Jarrett's son in that 89 car. Now, how about Matt Kenseth kicking butt, taking names here, as he's got a pretty decent lead, and he's held that lead ever since he got it. Never looked back. Just kind of drove away from the field. Now Mark Martin trying to stay within a second of that 17 car. The rest of his teammates further back, fighting for position as well. Kurt Busch and Carl Edwards side by side. Kurt with a little bit of right side damage. Quite a few cars have gotten up into the outside wall off of the corners here. They get 2, 3 wide, sometimes 4 wide on these starts and restarts. There's really no telling what's going to happen. Sometimes drivers just get forced up into the wall, but now we've got a pretty good green flag run going, so it doesn't look like anybody's going to get shoved into the wall. Things have kind of gotten spread out a bit here. Things are running pretty smoothly. A couple cars going a lap down. The 23 of Mike Skinner with heavy rear end damage after being involved in that accident earlier today. Skinner just trying to keep it on track and stay ahead of that 86, who was 2 laps down. Skinner's only 1 lap down. Jason Jarrett doing the same thing as Skinner here. How about Kyle Petty running into the top 15 here? He's running 14th right now, trying to get by Jeff Gordon. He's having a great run for Petty Enterprises here today. Matt Kenseth coming up the lap. Robbie Gordon in the 7 car, and he's gonna want to have to get by that 7 car as quickly as he possibly can, because Robbie, I tell you what, he's had some of the worst luck this season, aside from Papyrus Racing in general. He's had some of the worst luck. Got upside down twice this season, once in the 500 and again at Atlanta. It's been a rough comeback season for Robbie Gordon. Remember last season, that terrible crash took him out of action for the entire rest of the season. Got turned sideways there and got hit by everybody behind. But luckily, he was able to come back after that. Lucky to not be killed or paralyzed in that wreck. Just so fortunate to be able to come back. It's just a testament to the safety of these cars. How about the 19 of Mayfield fighting Jimmy Johnson, trying to stay inside the top 10, but he just got freight trained there big time, because it looks like the inside line might be the more dominant lane. Obviously the top has a little bit of speed up there as well, but just over the long runs, it seems like everybody just kind of migrated down to the bottom of the racetrack. Nobody really wants to be up high, because it can be kind of hit or miss up there, whether you'll get grip or not on these long runs. But we're gonna have to take another break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the MG Cup Series. We are approaching halfway. Matt Kenseth continues to lead over his teammate Mark Martin in the 6th. Jeff Burton hanging on to 3rd. Having a great run here today. Kurt Busch running 4th. 20th Stewart running P5. And how about the 44 of Terry Labonte staying out of the way, getting out of the way of the leaders and letting that 20 car by. Terry, in what seems to be his final season here in the MG Cup Series, or at least his final season full-time for Hendrick Motorsports. Just kind of cruising around out there trying to have a good send-off from Hendrick, as his future is uncertain. It doesn't look like he'll be a full-time driver, at least not in the near future. Of Mike Skinner, he's trying to stay out of the way as well, letting the leaders by. Right as I say that, he drives right down to the bottom in front of Carl Edwards and Jamie McMurray, who are fighting for that 10th spot. Now McMurray trying to get underneath Edwards, can't quite. He's gonna have to wait to make his move. Jeremy Mayfield has fallen outside of the top 10, but he's still right there in 11th. Running pretty smoothly here. So what we're gonna do is, here's the leader. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and click off a few laps. And here we go. Caution is out. Not sure exactly what brought out the caution, but it seems had a little bit of, oh, we had an incident on the track bringing out the yellow. And it's Jeff Burton who was running third when we started clicking off those laps, fell back to sixth. What happened here? Him and Ryan Newman racing for P6 there. Contact being made, and they just go up into the outside wall. Hard hit for Jeff Burton and Ryan Newman. Into that concrete wall. Head-on impact for Jeff. That's going to take him out of the race. No safer barriers on the outside wall on that part of the track, and man, you can see exactly just how much damage that concrete wall did to that 31 car. Tough break for Jeff Burton. He was having such a great run. Not anymore. Matt Kins, the race leader, is going to have to hang on here on this restart. Who knows what can happen. Let's go ahead, get things underway once again. Green flag back in the air. 49 to Ken Schrader. Multiple lap cars down on the bottom. Preferred line here on this restart. A lot of cars are up here with old tires, and then lots of contact being made, shuffling around being done. Matt Kenseth trying to get down the racetrack. It looks like he's diving into the pits. Some sort of issue with that car, and he could not do another lap around the track without getting in the pit road. Look at how many cars got their laps back here. Cars into the outside wall, 4 wide off of turn 2. They somehow made it out alive. A couple cars were down on the apron trying to check up. Michael Waltrip was one of them. Now, how about Tony Stewart getting back out in front? Looked to be the one to beat earlier today. And he had a bad restart like Kenseth just did, and now he's back up to the front. Kenseth had a tire going down, but he's back out on the track now after getting that changed. So good catch by him, but a tough break for him to lose all that ground and track position that he worked so hard for. Led a majority of the laps here today. Looks like that's all for nothing now. Carl Edwards running second. Trying to see where Rusty Wallace is. Rusty way further back, running 22nd. Now that is a pretty big points gap, so Rusty needs to start turning on the jets here if he wants to keep that points lead, because Carl Edwards doing everything he can to try to take it away from him here. Heading into the final race next week at Homestead, Miami Speedway. Things are going to be very interesting. Championship season finale. Not just from the package, but... Oh, and Edwards down in the pit road. So never mind that. Edwards going to lose a lot of time here, as he's also got to make an unscheduled pit stop. And that's just going to hand things right over to Rusty Wallace. So the 99 championship contender with some championship implications here. From Rockingham. It looks like everything is going to go smoothly to the end, so let's go ahead and click off a few laps. Alright. Let's go ahead and do a few more here. Here we go. 10 laps to go for Tony Stewart. Jimmy Johnson up in the second. Greg Biffle in third. Rusty Wallace working his way up through the pack. Oh. Rusty's in 32nd, or 37th. Never mind. Not sure what happened to Rusty either, but it's going to be Carl Edwards. Hasn't rejoined the track yet. Looks like he's out of the race, so tough break for him, but it looks like it's going to be That 99 car only going to be 3 spots behind that 2 Rusty Wallace. So, oh, what's going on here? It's like the caution? No, a couple cars slow on the track. See. Wait. Caution is out. Okay. That's interesting. Not sure what the caution came out for. That's certainly interesting. Okay, so what brought it out? There's the racing. And then the caution comes out. I don't see anything. Looks like there was some fluid on the track from that 99 car, as he's not out of the race. They are trying to fix, they have the hood up, they're trying to fix whatever was wrong with that car, and Edwards having an issue. Looks like a little bit of fluid on the track, as Edwards did get back out on the track at one point, brought it back down pit road. Something was clearly not right, and it looks like some fluids on the racetrack. So drivers complaining it was a little bit slick in certain parts of the track. There is fluid on the track. They're gonna have to go and clean that. So looks like we're gonna have a double file restart here, since we are within 10 to go. Go ahead and get this underway, I guess. Lap cars dropping to the back, and here we go. Doubling up. Tony Stewart on the inside. Jimmy Johnson up high. 16 of Greg Biffle, the 19 of Jeremy Mayfield, the 6 of Mark Martin, the 42 of Jamie McMurray. That's your top 6 right now, as we get ready to restart this thing, and the rest of the field trying to bunch back up and catch. Looks like they will before we go green. Green flag back in the air. Tony Stewart able to hold on and spin the tires this time like he did last week at Phoenix. Green flag flies, and here they come. Oh, Terry Labonte nearly got turned down the backstretch there. Tony Stewart, though, trying to go back to back here and win once again. Cars up into the outside wall. Cars everywhere. Val Wolf very slow on the track. Checked up big time. Doesn't look like they'll get that 99 car back out on the track before the end of this race. But how about Greg Biffle working his way back up into the mix as well? Second place for that 16 car. Jeremy Mayfield back up in the P3. Man, these restarts are insane. Teammates battling for P6. Mark Martin's going to lose the spot to Kurt Busch. Two laps to go. Coming to the white flag. This time by. One more time around for Tony Stewart. And here comes Greg Biffle with a stronger, faster car, it seems. Biffle trying to hunt down that 20 car. One final time around Rockingham Speedway. Here they come. Down the backstretch for the final time. Not side by side, single file, but Biffle trying to catch that 20 car. Can he get alongside of him? No, he can't. Tony Stewart is gonna go back to back and win from Rockingham. Your most winningest driver this season, Tony Stewart, missed a few races and unfortunately is not in championship contention. Otherwise, he would have probably locked this thing up like races ago. But he's gonna get another victory here at Rockingham. We got one blowing up further back after the checker flag. That's the 11 of Jason Leffler, Stewart's teammate. Now they're stacking them up on the cool down lap. Looks like the drivers not happy with each other here. But that's gonna do it from Rockingham. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Hope to see you guys next time. And until then, peace.